Often politicians talk about new programs that we need to help address economic problems. But Susan from Shelburne wants to know, are there any current laws or programs that you think need to be repealed or reformed that could have a positive effect on the economy? And Gerald, we'll start with you.
Sure. I mentioned first President Biden, when he took over, day one, what I consider unconstitutional executive orders, and I say that because, you look at the Constitution, it talks about promoting the general welfare. Well, day one, he went on his crusade to kill the oil and gas industry. That's one. He also signed us back up to the Paris Climate Accord. That's two. And then three is he stopped building the wall. And so we, as I mentioned earlier, we have a fentanyl crisis. We have a porous border. We have immigration laws. I think it's time to put up the wall and start enforcing our immigration laws, and also ideally, and I think it would, reduce the free flow of fentanyl coming into the United States. 10,000 pounds seized that caused 100,000 deaths, overdose deaths, last year. With the oil and gas, as I mentioned earlier, that's causing economic hardship to every American, and the president did that. The last one I wanted to talk about, there've been several initiatives to defund the police. So maybe not answering your question exactly right, but I'm looking to fund the police, because what we have is looking to fund the police and actually hopefully get the leadership in our government to do away with the progressive prosecutor movement and start making the courts do their job and giving the police the resources to do their job. Because we're on a crash course between the drugs and the crime where we lose that order. And that's really, to me, what the Constitution's all about, having just enough order so we can all enjoy the liberty, freedom, and rights of the Constitution. And we're going in the wrong direction there. So I would look, instead of defunding the police, funding the police.
All right, thanks. Myers, any current laws or programs you think need to be repealed to have a positive effect on the economy?
Well, obviously, first off would be the shackles that the Biden administration has placed on the economy. And I would start by making those responsible resign or be terminated. Janet Yellen said that she did not see the path inflation was taking. And because she bowed to political pressure, we're now suffering under inflation, which is projected by the administration to last anywhere from 2 to 3 years, which will be crushing. Whether we're in a recession or not, it doesn't matter. Food prices are up 30%, right? Gasoline prices are at all-time highs. The CPI is at 9%. As I go across Vermont, it's just very difficult to find people that can make ends meet, with prescription drug prices being what they are, with food prices what they are, and gasoline prices what they are. One of the things that I do want to see accomplished, which the Democrats have talked about for a long time, which has not been done, is to allow Medicare to negotiate for prescription drugs. That still has not been done. And we need cheaper prescription drug prices here for our seniors. Additionally, the border is a problem. Every state is a border state now. And it's causing problems for us not only in terms of drugs, but crime. If you look at what's happening in Burlington, their force is down at least 40 to 45%. And as I've written about in True North, in my op-eds, the progressives want to enact the removal of qualified immunity, which could lead to a 50% defunding, catastrophic defunding of the police across the state, which we cannot allow to happen. And obviously, I'm very much in favor of the Second Amendment and have the NRA's highest rating in that regard.
All right.